Yo guys, what's up? And welcome to my Burning Abyss deck profile. This is the deck that I played at the WCQ in Leiden. This is Burning Abyss Block Dragons. I got 6th place with the deck. I went 5-1, 5-2, 7 rounds with 74 people, so quite a lot in my opinion. So yeah, the deck is really interesting. Shoutouts to Joshua Oosters that provided the list. He definitely is the mastermind behind the deck. He taught me a lot of combos, helped me out with my own choices. Basically side deck choices mostly because the main deck is entirely the same as his main deck. So yeah, just big props to that guy for testing this so much and making the deck what it does today. Like even I played it only like 3 test hands before the event, and I do have a lot of experience with Burning Abyss and I have a lot of experience with combo decks, so that helped me. But I definitely did not play this at full power like he did, because the stuff that he does with it was amazing and my stuff was okay at best. But the deck is amazing. I will teach you about it and what it does, because it's a real weird deck with really weird cards, as you can probably see already. So the entire point of the deck mostly is making Cherubini, and to do that, your tour guide will definitely do the job. We say it's a Burning Abyss deck, but these are all the Burning Abyss cards in the deck. So we have the tour guide to summon maybe the Rhino, which comes up in a bit, or the Graf, Seer, Libic, or Farfa. The reason why we only play these cards is because we will make Cherubini with more valuable cards in the Burning Abyss, because their effects really will not matter for the deck. We play Graf to fetch Seer, and Seer special summons back a Burning Abyss from the deck, of course. We play Libic because if we draw one of these cards, we can send them for Cherubini, or we can just mill Libic and summon him from the hand. And we play the one-off Farfa for the Beatrice, if we need it as an interrupt. So all these cards make Cherubini, which is real nice. Right in the glare. Wow. Then we play one Rhino. That's it. There's no reason for any more, because this is the card that we normal summon, that we don't want to normal summon. We already play a lot of normal summons. And the card that we do want to normal summon is right here. It's Mathematician. So we play 3 Mathematician. We basically send anything to make a Cherubini. The card that you will probably use is Mecha Phantom Beast or Lion, which is also played at 1 in the deck. There's a lot of one-offs here, so bear with me. So Mathematician sends this card, you summon a level 3 token, and then you can make a Cherubini, which is basically the combo. Another card that you can send with Mathematician is the Sea Archiver. This card is really great in the deck, and it comes up a lot as well. I will teach you about that later. But yeah, basically level 3 extenders work for the deck. And we play Tour Guide 2.0. This card is amazing. It's a one-off, of course, but the funny thing is that the token that Mecha Phantom Beast Alliance summons is Wind as well, so you can actually special summon this from your hand. Came up once during the regional actually, so... But yeah, these cards are insane, just play them. Then we play the Block Dragon. Of course, for those that don't know the card, you can summon this by banishing 3 Earths from your graveyard. The card is quite good. Summon him by banishing 3, and the moment that he is sent to the graveyard, you can add rock monsters equal to the level 8s from your deck, so 2 level 4s in our case. Yeah, this card is insane. His summon is not once per turn, his search is, but you search your end board pieces with this card, so I'll explain to you what those are. And first off, 3 Gigantes, which is basically a level 4 Earth extender as well. You search this with the Block Dragon, and the other copies you draw are basically free. You make an Naturia Beast with this, because his deck ends on the Naturia Beast, and I'll run through everything, like in the extra deck, stuff like that, and I'll explain to you what the end board is. But discard 3 times. The other card you play is the Fossil Dyna. Your end board basically consists of an Appaloosa, your maximum end board, Appaloosa, Avramax, Levier, summon back the Fossil Dyna, banished by Block Dragon, and Naturia Beast, which is real easy. So the entire idea of the deck is to make Cherubini, and extend sending Block Dragon, and extend sending Glow-a-Bulb, and then you basically have everything you need from there. We play 1 Giant Rex as a small extender for banishing him for the Block Dragon, which is nice. We play 3 Gallus. This card is really important because it's both an extender, as a miller, and it's an Earth. So it fills a lot of roles in this deck. This card is amazing, and it beats you or opponent in overtime. And we have the one-off Psychic Wielder. It's another Earth level 3. You can always summon him. And we play the Heart Overlay Beatrice package. The 3 Malicious and a Raven, or the Soul Kiss. This card is amazing. It's a Fiend. So you can send this card with Rhino. So you make Cherubini, send this card. If you drew the Malicious, you can discard it. It comes up a lot as well. Or you can just send Malicious. You have a lot of ways to send Malicious to the deck as well, which will come up in the extra deck. You played 2 Destrudo and the Mermare. This is basically for the OTK. Destrudo is also a dark extender to make Curious. But basically to go second, you play this card as well. The deck primarily goes first, but since it extends so much, you can go second as well. More level 3 extenders, and of course a lot of the cards that you just saw can easily be discarded, so the dangers are really important. We played a one-off Global Bulb, of course, for the Interior Beast. And the last cards are Second Lights 3 times, because we already play so many monsters. So that was the main deck. Onto the extra deck. So let's see. This is our Synchro Boss monster, Yazi. This is basically for the going second OTK, of course. Or go second OTK, yeah. We have the Interior Beast, dual terminal, really important. We have the Avermax. And you might wonder, why does your board end on the Avermax? It's because of his effect. You cannot actually read this one because it's Portuguese. But his main effect is that your opponent cannot attack any monsters except him. So you can protect your Fossil Dyna or your Interior Beast. Moral Sword for OTK. Saryuja, both on Earth, and it can also summon a card from your hand. So when you add Fossil Dig and you don't really have any extending plays, you can just make this card, summon Fossil Dyna from your hand, and then you probably win the game as well, because Fossil Dyna is broken. Appaloosa to negate. Curious, French, also important. So the idea is to make Curious and send anything you're missing. You're missing Malicious, send Malicious to overlay for Beatrice to send something else again. You can send Block Dragon, you can send Global Bulb, you can send so many cards. And you play the 2 Nightmare Phoenixes, or the 2 Nightmares. These cards are both for going second as for going first, because Avermax needs to be made with 2 extra deck monsters, and these 2 are perfectly for the job. What also came up a lot as well, you don't always open perfect, and it's kind of hard to make the Avermax. But if you make Phoenix right under the Appaloosa, it protects Appaloosa from battle as well. So if you only have an Appaloosa with like 2 negates, she's not that strong, but she can still be protected. The Beat Cop, which is basically a light link to dark, so you can also make Curious. Came up a lot as well. Cherubini, this is definitely the most broken card of the deck. It enables the Soul Kiss plays, which is insane. Linkaribo is here for the Yazi and the Mermare combo. Then we have the Beatrice and the Dante, and the Levier. So Beatrice sends any card you're missing again. You want to send the Bulb, what's it called, Block Dragon, or the Malicious, stuff like that. Well, if you hard make this, you already have Malicious, but yeah. Dante, he comes up as well because you actually do need the mill cards in the deck, because you need Earth Extenders, stuff like that, or just anything sent to the grave. And Levier is basically for the end combo, which is also just a great card. So, the side deck, this is self-thought of and nothing really important, because I really had no idea how to play the deck. So I just played Nibiru's, Kaijus for going second, Barbar for overtime, although I never go into overtime, so I don't know why I actually play this. Back row decks, Ultimate Twin Twisters, back row decks, and Lancias for August. So yeah, as you just saw, it's a little bit of a mess, so let me, take you to the steps. So the main idea, of course, basically have a mathematician, summon him, use his effect. This is just like any combo. Summon this card, send this card, then you have a Cherubini, of course, which is real nice because it's right over here. Then it really depends on what your hand is, do you have a Malicious in your hand, do you have other cards in your hand? You just try to extend your plays, send anything to the grave that you don't already have. Like, do you need to make a Dante because you don't have that much advantage? Do you need to make a Beatrice? Can you make a Beatrice? You want to send cards away. Do you make a Curious somewhere? Like, let's say example, you can extend into some place, summon the Malicious back, link this in another dark way for the Curious. Then you have 2 level monsters. Then you link it to Appaloosa for 2. Then, of course, you somewhere had BlockDragon, stuff like that. The deck is real insane and it's really difficult to play. I really liked it. This was definitely not a good explanation, but the combos are just so difficult. The thing with the deck is there's not really one combo. It's just you look at your hand and you just kind of see where you go from there. There's not really any rule to follow because each hand's just so incredibly different than the other ones, So I'll talk about matchups real quick while I'll shuffle the deck to show you like an example hand, stuff like that. My matchup round 1, I faced against, what was it? It was Pendulum. So I won the die roll, I go first. I summon Naturia Beast, Appaloosa, he scoops. I have no idea what he's playing. Then he goes first and he basically draws a brick hand and I can just OTK him with the Yazi. Game 2, match 2, I faced Grand Maju. Round 1 I just beat him. Round 2 I almost lost to Golden Castle because I don't read cards, and Golden Castle I attack with Boral Sword, he gets destroyed and I'm like, what? Then I attack with another monster and he's like, it gets destroyed as well, and I was like, okay, I have no outs anymore, so GG. Then game 3 I managed to beat him with an OTK because, yeah, he basically dead drawed a lot. Well, I didn't really dead draw. I don't know what it was. I could stop him. Oh yeah, I made Naturia Beast Appaloosa, which was enough. It's a way to stop him, Then, round 3, I faced... What was it? It's so difficult to think about all the decks afterwards. I have it written on my mobile, but I'm filming with my mobile, so... Round 3, I had to go against Zombie World. And game 1, he kind of bricked. Game 2, he had everything. But I hard drew Twin Twister for turn, destroying the Zombie World and the Sanctum. Then he misplayed, because with Sanctum he summoned not Side, he summoned the Lancia, and I just OTK'd him with Yazi, which was real fun. Because he was like, oh yeah, you cannot beat me now, haha, and I was like, yeah, I still beat you anyway. So, game 4 I had to go against Nick Sheffer, a friend of mine, and he played Orcust. And I managed to beat him due to drawing Lancia 2 games. Which was quite nice. I actually won game 2 because I didn't shotgun it, and then I learned I shotgunned it and I won. Then I played Raphael Neven, which of course is someone that you can just face in the Netherlands, and he beat me because he mind gamed me real well. I had my full setup, I had the Appaloosa, I had the Naturia Beast, I had the Beatrice, and I had the Fossil Dyna. And he summoned... on the summon of Cherubini, he summoned Phantasme, and I made the mistake of not clearing the Phantasme. Then he had a Phantasme, he could normal summon Horror Power, then he declared an attack with Horror Power on my Fossil Dyna. So of course Fossil Dyna says that you cannot special summon any monsters, which basically beats the deck, but he has 2 strong monsters. And he can discard the Farfao if I detach with Beatrice. But I was like, he wants to destroy this because he can just extend, and then he can just beat my board with a Dingirsu. So I overvalued the Fossil Dyna, and what he then did, I farfad his Harp Horror so he couldn't extend. Then he attacked with the Phantasme over my Naturia Beast. And then he just began drawing. He just did Allure, Orcust Return, and he could extend anyway, so he eventually just outed my board because he mind gamed me into thinking he wants to kill the Fossil Dyna. And then I basically lost, and game 2 I bricked real bad as well. Then round 6, I had to face another Orcust player, so I faced 3 Orcusts in a row, and I won that one as well. Shoutouts to Jason, congratulations with your top. It was really fun playing against you in such a messy match. We both misplayed so bad. And round 7, I faced Dion, which I have a deck profile up on my channel. He got 3rd place, so he beat me. And yeah, he wrecked me. So game 1, he wins die roll, he's playing Pendulum, he made his board, I couldn't out. Game 2, he bricked, and then I won. And game 3, I drew 5 cards, and none of the 5 cards were anywhere close to Nibiru. So that was the game for me, and I got out, and then 5-2, which is quite impressive, if I say myself, because, I never played the deck. But it works. But you can just open like hands like this with this deck, and it's just so good, because you can just... you draw cards, you draw extenders, it's so amazing. Shuffle cards back with second slide that you don't want to see. Just draw a card. It's Rhino, that's really bad actually to draw here. Gallus, mill a card. That's on video right there. Summon any danger, you know. Let's just discard something random. Make Cherubini. Send any extenders. Make a Dante, mill cards. You can try to make Appaloosa. You can see what you milled, stuff like that. This deck is just so good. This hand with Gallus milling the Second Light. Of course, it's not. If you guys really want to, I can make a combo video. What I do recommend is just build a deck and just start playing. Just see what you can do. Like, just remember, Appaloosa is important, Veneturia Beast is important, and Fossil Dyna is hard to fit in, because the main combo that you do is you banish it with the Block Dragon, and then you later with Sea Archiver and Destrudo you can extend into a Levianeer. That's at least what Joshua told me you can do. You can Destrudo the Gigantis and then summon Archiver back. And then you can overlay for this, summon it back from the banished zone, which is nice. But there were just so many ways to end on a good board with this deck. Like, each hand is so different. Sometimes you have Mathematician, sometimes you just extend, you don't use your normal summon, and it's so much fun to play. So again, shout out to Joshua Oosters. Thank you so much for showing me the deck. I hope you guys liked the deck profile, and if you want to see more combo or more explanations, be sure to hit me up. Then I can make sure to work something out with Joshua so the true master can show us the deck. Because I, of course, am just a pleb playing this. But, you know, 6th place. It's quite nice. So thank you guys for watching. And I will definitely see you in the next video.